This is me again, Sarah Pasak. I wonder where is the God for the weak? He's always with the strong Muslims, helping them to punish, scare, threaten the weak, powerless, who haven't even understood the Quran and they have to embrace it. Where's that God for the weak? For the Mazloom, oppressed? दुखी की आह लगेगी ना, सही नहीं होगी. I'm here majboor. I don't want to take financial help. I want to go some place where there is justice, rahim, kind-hearted people, where there's no discrimination, where there's love, there's compassion. Where is this Fahad from? Where are you? Which country have you gone to? Which European country? Which in the West? Which country? America? Because there's no life, there's no this thing for the in Pakistan. People, I don't know how they're living. It's a very, very, very sad situation in Pakistan. Where's my God? Where's my God? Where's the God for the weak? That you can come here knowing my condition. I don't need rubbish people like you coming from your wretched mothers. Wombs, dirty wombs of your wretched mother, brought up like this. Muslims who have no respect, no consideration for people's health. I've had enough here already. I'm alone doing this, and what risk I have taken, I don't know. If I can trust any Muslim government, they could be, what tactics they could be using against me. What is this? I don't know. Until when they can finish me, they can put me in jail. I don't know what they've done, what they are doing, what they will be doing. So I'm going on. With their prejudices, with their this is a hard habit to break, like addiction. It's an addiction. I don't know. I want to go back if my mother was alive, my great mother. Great mother. So, I don't know what kind of a mother you had, but my mother never taught me these things. Neither do my brothers go into other people's channels and say, live streams and say, I can say what I want to say. Do you think you own us? No, you don't own this channel. Are you Abu Dhabi? Did you put food on my table? Fahad, where the coward are you? So I didn't even want food on my table. I wanted to earn my own money, earn my own way. Where is that Hindu Bhagwan? Where's Kalki? Is he going to forgive my enemies who come here with no respect, no consideration? Rude Muslims, cruel Muslims. Where's that true God? Listen, God, look at this. You expect me to see the contradictions when the ayats are there for the contradictions. If billions of people want to fall in the gutter, I should also go and fall in the gutter. That's life for you. And the devils, we were of them a guardian, and we were of them a guardian, and we don't take them as helpers, and I don't take them as helpers, God says in Surah Qaf, ayat 51. Here we go. 82. Surah Qaf, ayat 82, he says, and we were of them a guard. No. Again, this has not loaded properly. This is Surah Anbiya 82. Let's go to, look at this. So, Surah Anbiya, Surah Qaf. 51 or 52? 51. We do not take these misleaders, meaning as helpers. I did not even make them witnesses to the creation of the heavens or the earth, nor of themselves a creation of themselves. And I would not have taken the misguiders as assistants, supporters. I do not seek the aid of those. I do not take help. I do not seek them as helpers. However you may put this ayat, this part here. Helpers such as me to take as, he's talking about this shaitan. In the previous 50, you can see, not people. He's talking about this shaitan. Bow down, jinns. He broke the command of his Lord. Will you then take him and his progeny as protectors rather than me? Okay, here it says protectors. You would say here it doesn't say helpers. Because Hazrat Suleiman took these shaitan. A jinn that broke Iblis became shaitan. And they are enemies to you. Evil would be the exchange for the wrongdoers. So who is he talking about? Iblis. And is now becomes shaitan. So in verse 51, he's talking about, I would not have taken them as helpers. Helpers. But then he says, and he's taken them as, he has given them to Hazrat Suleiman. Surah Anbiya ayat 82. And we were of them a guardian who helped Suleiman. in diving for him and would work for him. Suleiman, Hazrat Suleiman, approved, righteous servant of Allah. And we were of them our guardian. You see, when he says here, it was our power that made the violent, unruly wind flow tamely for Solomon to his order. So he ordered, when he ordered the wind to flow from this way, it would flow from that way. But it was our power, he says here, to his order, to Suleiman's order, to the land which we had blessed. For we do know all things. We know all things. What else does it say? It was we who taught him the making of coats of mail for your benefit, to guard you from each other's violence. Will you then be grateful? Then why does, see, it was we. And he keeps saying this. And then he says, it was we who were the guardians, Shaitan's guardians, who helped Solomon. Jinn, i.e. jinn, were those who died for him and did work other than that. So how can I take this as, how can I not infer that he must have, how could the devils, like this, I can understand if this is coming from polytheism. How can I say that this is God, the true God, or, this Islamic God is true, this Quran God is true? There are serious, this is a contradiction. Serious discrepancies here. When he's telling you people, he's saying, I do not take their help. And beware of this shaitan. Beware of shaitan. Do not take them. Do not even listen to them. But it doesn't say it like this anyway, so that directly when it comes to you, you won't see the contradiction. A very direct, this is a shaitan, one of a kind. Oh, you have believed. Do not follow the footsteps of Satan. And whoever follows the footsteps of Satan, indeed he enjoins immorality and wrongdoing. This would not be a very direct verse. The believers fight for God's cause, while those who reject faith fight. Allies of Satan. Satan's strategies are truly weak. But then finally one day God becomes an ally of Shaitan. I mean helper, sorry. Not ally, but half his guardian. Sorry, I correct myself. What is this? Surah Al-Zariyat, we are told. I don't even know what they're doing here with my case. They've decided who I should see, who I shouldn't see. You know, these people here who are putting food on my table, I don't have a life. Yes, that's true. Because other people are controlling my life here. Yes, I should have gotten a life for myself. You're right, Fahad. Man, rude man. You think I want to depend on Muslims? Men? Or countries? For my providence? Indeed, it is Allah who is the continual provider, the firm possessor of strength. And indeed, those who have wronged is a portion punishment. So let them not urge me. Do not be impatient, and woe to those who disbelieve from that day which they were promised. Do not urge me, the wrongdoers shall receive a portion of the chastisement. God has answered. Fahad, against you and my enemies. One day God will punish you. Wherever you may be, you can't hide. No sustenance do I require of them, nor do I require that they should feed me. Who are they? Jinn and men. I have only created jinns and men that they may serve me, worship me. Right? You see, if you're going to use this ayat, it says jinn because there were some good jinns, some Muslim jinns too, we are told. I think it's Surah Jinn. They heard the Quran. But there in that ayat, it doesn't say jinns were helping him. If it had said jinns were helping him, I would have said, yeah, right, no contradiction. Surah Anbiya. You see, he's created the jinn. Now, when does a jinn become? Not all jinns. They're different species, right? Okay, we were told Iblis was from the jinni. But you see here it says jinn. I have not created the jinn and mankind except to worship me. That's what I've created the jinn and mankind for. And I do not ask sustenance from them. It doesn't say shaitan, shayateen, devils. It doesn't say like there are, if let's suppose, okay, I prefer angels. I prefer like some Saint Michael coming to help me, or an angel, but I don't prefer jinns coming and helping me. Although some Muslims are allowed to use jinns, some say you can use jinns because they are good pak, pure jinns. But that if you look at the Arabic word here in Surah Anbiya, it says shayateen, and you can even listen to this. I'm not the one, and it's not even a mistranslation of the ayat itself in English. Ash-shayatini, ash-shayatini. It doesn't say jinn. So if there were pure jinns who helped Suleiman, then I would understand. There's a mistake here in the... It should not be shayateen. It should be these jinns helped, dived for, who were... Where is it? And of the devils who were some. Here, I looked at man and there was English. I was like, what is this man? And of the devils who were some would die for him. It's okay. God created jinns. There are good jinns and there are bad jinns. And he created jinn and men to worship him. He does not need sustenance from him. And much toll did you take, O men. Much toll. when someone was telling me something about the jinns helping. Much toll did you take, jinn and men. Surah, either it's in Surah Anam, I think it's in Surah Anam. But that's a long time ago when God was warning me not to go for jinns help. One day I stumbled upon this ayat in Surah Anam. One day will he gather them all together and say, "Oh, you assembly of jinns, much toll did you take of men." 128, Surah Anam. So I said, no. Even if my relative or someone says, or a Muslim says, we can take help from Pak jinns, pure jinns, Muslim jinns, I should be wary because I stumbled upon this ayat in Surah Anam, ayat 128 it is. And mention of Muhammad the day when he will gather them together and say, "O company of jinn, you have misled many of mankind." You see, very scary. And their allies among mankind will say, "Our Lord, some of us made use of others, and we have now reached our term which you appointed for us." He will say, "The fire is your residence." Not Allah will decide for you or wait for Allah's command. The fire is your residence. And here he's used jinn. So I said, I better be wary. If some Muslim comes and tells me we can use Pak jinns, I better stay away from it, better be safe. You know, it's better to be safe than to be sorry. Precaution is better than cure. So they helped each other. They took help. See, it says jinn here. You see? Al-Jinni. We have reached our term. Nar. Distinctly says fire. Your abode will abide forever in it. So when someone said that we can use jinns, Suleiman, God gave Suleiman jinns to work for him and die for him, do all kinds of things for him. I stumbled upon this verse and I said, oh, I better. So here, there it says, you would say, oh, worship not to, yes, you can take help from jinns, Muslim, Pak, pure jinns, because they are made to worship God, and we mankind help each other also. So we can, jinns can also help us. We can take help from Muslim jinns. Now they're on my chest. They're attacking me. Our Lord, some of us made use of others, and we have now reached our term, which you appointed for us. He will say the fire is your residence, wherein you will abide eternally. Eternally. Remain forever. Does it say eternally? Will abide. Well, they put khalidina, meaning will abide forever. We don't know eternally, but khalidina means will abide, and it says forever, I don't know. In it, except for what Allah wills. Indeed, your Lord is all-wise and all-knowing, except for what Allah wills. Okay. Maybe He can forgive some of you, but I said I'm going to stay away. Anyways, that's for my personal matter thing. But, okay. He says, you will abide there in it, except for what Allah wills. Indeed, your Lord is wise and knowing. So, Fahad, I have a life. Don't you think so? It's just that I don't earn, I can't. Well, if you have a daughter or sister or someone you love and they've been traumatized or they go through an accident, they can't work, will you go and tell them, get a life? Will I come to your sister and say that? What a rude man you are, wretched woman's son. Where's your mother? What if your daughter you love, you will have tomorrow or now? You have a daughter. Life is fragile, we can never say. Right? I could go out and get into an accident. You know, there are people who are saying about dementia, we can't. There was a Buddhist here. He was saying they're very problematic, troublesome. Like we are burdens. And then they had this Shia thing of mental, illness day and this, anyways. So I don't know what kind of tactics on YouTube the Muslims are using or who they're using. A Buddhist, they've dressed up and I will heal you. Like that, we cannot trust YouTube. But look at what I'm teaching you here, what I'm showing you. Not teaching you unlearning, teaching you to unlearn this and to see it before unlearning. So here we have, anyways, but I better stay safe. I don't know what this is. I have to look at the tafsir now to really understand what Allah means, except for what Allah wills. So the fire is your residence. I better stay safe, away from the jinns, not getting help from the jinns. If an angel comes, I would rather be steadfast in the name of Allah. Surah Fussilat is enough for me, that ayat. I decided. But okay, I'm just a bit diverting from my point. Here it says, Surah Fussilat, those who remain steadfast. Say, Allah is our Lord, and say, Allah is our Lord. They don't say the messenger is our Allah's messenger is our messenger. No, they just say this. Surely those who say our Lord is Allah and then remain steadfast. It's in Surah Ahqaf too. No, it's Surah Fussilat for sure, this part. So indeed those who have said our Lord is Allah and then remained on a right course, then remained on this course by saying our Lord is Allah. I saw it like this. The angels will descend upon them, saying, do not fear and do not grieve, but receive good tidings of paradise, which you were promised. So Fahad, what is life for you? Making money? Where are you from? taking care of your family, providing for your family, making money, earning money. What is life for you? What is your definition of life? We angels were your allies. Angels in brackets, but it probably here, what does it say? The angels descend on them. Who descend on them? No shaitan, no jinn descend on them. You see, these unbelievers say, Our Lord, show us those among jinns and men who misled us. There's another one. Jinns can also mislead you. Better to be steadfast in Allah, like these Hindus now. They do meditation, yoga. Bhakti Marga is there too. Bhakts. One-eyed, one pointed focus on God. What is it? From Bhagavad Gita. And the unbelievers will say, Our Lord, show us those among jinns and men. Oh God, the attack has started on me, but life goes on. You who misled us, we shall crush them beneath our feet, so that they become the vilest. While what you Muslims would want to do to the unbelievers here, right? You want to crush them. Indeed, those who have said, Our Lord is Allah, then remain on a right course. The angels will descend upon them. Do not fear and do not grieve, but receive good tidings of paradise which you were promised. The angels, doesn't say jinn. Angels, malaikat, malaikat, malaikat. Angels, malaikat, are supposed to be angels. We were your allies in worldly life. It's enough. I used to say, Allah is sufficient for me. He's the best provider, the best giver. I don't need anyone. No jinn. I would love if Allah permits angels bless me. Come down, help me. So when I found this, why not use the blessings of Allah on what He has given us? When we say our Lord is Allah, angels descend. Why? What is not haram? We can use the good things. Surah Maida ayat. Why not? The angels descend on them without them even calling them. They say, Fear you not, nor grieve, but receive the glad tidings of the garden. It's an attack on me. Get a life. Fahad. if your daughter one day jinns catch her and start to make love to her, rape her, go inside her skin, body, हाँ ऐसे तड़प तड़प के for your daughter, daddy, father, Fahad, jinns are sucking on my breast. Fahad, your daughter, is telling you, come here. Jinns are on my breast. Fahad's daughter. May you have a daughter one day, Fahad. And the jinns come and they pull her breast and they rape her. For many, many years, they're doing this. Breathing, yawning on your daughter's mouth, beside her cheek. A man, jinn, male jinn, males. Your daughter doesn't know what to do. Many, many Ayatul Kursis, innumerable Surah Fatiha, Ayatul Kursi, recite in Arabic. Recite. How many times? You know? What Tasadduq Hafiz, Maulana's Tasadduq Hafiz from Lahore gave me over the phone. 7 times Surah Fatiha. 7 times 4 kuls. You know for what 4 kuls are? 7 times, no, 100 and some 30 something on my name. So it came to 100 and something. Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. Surah Yasin ayat. 1 ayat. And that's 100 and some. Your daughter keeps reciting Ayatul Kursi 7 times. Her voice can't come out because her privacy is violated. Her privacy is violated. Inshallah. Right? Inshallah. The Allah of the polytheist. Kalki Avatar. Don't tell me that you're going to. You know, one man, I got so scared. Paramahamsa Vishwananda's short video. Wake up call, cancer, for a businessman. He was such a great businessman. He had a life. He told the Guru, I don't want to come here. Right? He's told the Guru, I don't want to come here. He's got a life. He's got billions, millionaire, not billionaire. The story, the cancer wake-up call. Come here, Fahad. You want this? दुखी की आह नहीं लेना. तुम्हारी बेटी का ऐसा हाल होगा, कोई मदद नहीं कर सकेगा. जिसको तुम सबसे ज्यादा चाहते हो, उसका खुदा इंशाअल्लाह व शला कल की अफ्तार. You're not going to tell me to forgive this person for 20 years, 30 years. Kalki, where are you? You are Kalki, right? We will not allow this anymore. इसकी बेटी का ऐसा हाल हो, जिसको ये बहुत चाहता है, उसका ऐसा हाल.